Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we're hopping into a familiar game, Metal Gear Solid. You may be wondering, Jay, you've played this game already. What are you doing? I did. I played Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1, but this is, is Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes on the GameCube, which essentially is like a remastering and re-release of Metal Gear Solid, which I am all for in the sense of I love Metal Gear Solid. It does bring up the interesting quandary of if you are making a list of 1,001 video games to just play before you die, shouldn't you just pick the best version of Metal Gear Solid and put that one on? Because, frankly, if somebody plays if someone was literally following the book, like, I don't know who would be stupid enough to do that, who would be silly enough to sit down and actually play every game in this 1001 book? But if one person out there were to do this, and they played Metal Gear Solid on PS1, and then played it again on GameCube, would it really be a different game, you know? I don't think so, but you know what? If it gives me an excuse to play more Metal Gear Solid, I will do it. So, actually, I think I need to set up my controller here. Strike and stop. Okay, there we go. We are now in control of things. So, Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. I like how it's sort of like subtly showing DNA in the background with like the snakes wrapping around one another. The Twin Snakes, for those of you who haven't played Metal Gear Solid, as spoilers for a 19-year-old game, I suppose, 2004 there. Solid Snake and Liquid Snake are both clones of Big Boss. So those are the Twin Snakes. It doesn't actually play too much into the story, really, so it's not that big of a spoiler. You can really go and still enjoy the entire story without it. Now, we did play Metal Gear Solid already, so I am wondering, is it possible to go into the virtual reality missions? Doesn't look possible. I was going to suggest that is something we could do today, but I guess not. So we're just going to have to go into the missions. I don't even know what... Should we go like very hard or very easy? I mean, let's just go very easy. Radar type 2, why not? Game start, yes. Metal Gear Solid 2 was a very influential game for me. I played it a lot around my high school years. I didn't have a PS1, so when I visited my uncle, I played at his house, and it was one of those games that we played together over weeks, you know, like we would sort of figure a little bit out, get a little further in the game, then we'd like play here and there and like take turns with the controller and try and figure out how to get to the next part and the next part. And at one point we hit a part of the game where it's like I could see each next step to do, and I started flying through the game, and I think the day I beat it, I stayed up till like 2 a.m. or something ridiculous, maybe even like 3 or 4 a.m. playing by myself, and got all the way through to the very end of the game. And then the next day, I showed my uncle how to beat the whole game, because he didn't get a chance to see all that. So that's a fun memory I have. But I remember loving this game. I love the music in the game, the story, everything. I even found the songs. I think I downloaded them on Napster and burned them to a CDR that I could listen to with my... I had like a Discman that played burned CDs. And I would listen to it on the bus when I took the bus after school to the mall so I could like work my crappy part-time job. I was listening to like Mantis Hymn and stuff. Oh man, good, fond memories. This is a great game. It truly is. I never did play the Twin Snake version because I had not only already beaten the PlayStation version by the time I noticed the Twin Snakes had even come out, but I also beat all the VR missions and even the like ninja missions, which are like I think a special unlockable in the VR missions. So it's like I played this game to death back in the day. Interestingly enough, I have not really come back and replayed it over the years. It's just one of those things that like lots of fond memories of, love the game. If anyone hasn't played it, I'd recommend sitting down and playing it. I just literally haven't played it in like
Just as I
15 years maybe.
take the elevator to the surface.
Like a long time, maybe 10 years, I don't know. At one point, I think I bought a copy of it off eBay for PC, and I replayed it on PC because it's a good game. But anyway, if you need to contact me, blah, 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 blah. Cargo dock. I also like how it mixes some Japanese text and stuff into things. It's pretty cool. All right, now if I remember my sleuthing. Okay, we are caught instantly. Let's, oh God, keep running. Now, I'm surprised he didn't call the radar out on us. So this game is all about, like, sound and stealth. You can, like, ding on the cargo things and, like, lure guys around one way and sneak past them. If you walk into the water, press the A button or the start button. What button is the A button? I'm playing with, like, an Xbox controller here, so I don't 100% know. I guess we lost it. But if you walk through the water, it will, like, alert guys that you're around. So if we, like, make sloppy wet footprints, guys will hear us. Should figure out all the buttons here. Yeah, that attacks. If I want to grab someone, let's test it out on this guy here. Oh yeah, I can, like, break their necks. Okay, so the A button grabs them up.
Stay alert.
Oh, maybe I didn't kill him. Maybe I just knocked him out. All right, they are alerted. Somebody choked Mitchell to death and killed him. I'm gonna go on mild alert for this one. There might be somebody around here. Oh yeah. And can you pick them up? Yeah, you totally can. You can, like, drag their body around. Okay. Oh, a ration. I will take that. I just stole his lunch. Broke this guy's neck, beat the other guy up, and stole his lunch. Now I'll just, like, ding on this thing to, like, make him think somebody's over here. Do I have to? Oh, there we go. Everybody stay sharp. I was like, I'm waiting for the elevator, right? One guy's sleeping, another guy's dead. Their boss is like, everybody over there, stay alert. Easiest stealth I ever stealthed. This game is very cinematic. I will say that I never got into the sequels. We've played Metal Gear Solid 2 on the channel. I remember not really liking it back in the day when I played it, and I played it on the channel, try and give it, like, an honest try in modern times. Just didn't get into it. It's almost like this game perfectly balanced story with gameplay. Even it has a few parts where it goes off on these, like, long rants, and I did used to skip some of those parts, like when Otacon is talking when you first meet him, I think. But, I mean, for the most part, this is like a perfect blend of story and game. I feel like after they made this game, the guy who made it got so much praise. They were like, do whatever you want for the sequels, and there was, like, no one to tell him no to things, and he kind of went off the rails. Because Metal Gear Solid 2 is just so much plot, and it's like, I don't know, maybe I just didn't play it at the right time in my life, but it's, like, just not as fun a game, I found. But I have heard really good things about Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 3, as sort of a return to form, so I'm open to playing more of them. I think Metal Gear Solid 1 blew me away so much. I was actually excited for Metal Gear Solid 2, and then when I tried it at a friend's house, I was like, oh, maybe I won't be buying a PlayStation 2. Not that I really had the cash to do so, but I mean, like, I was excited for Metal Gear Solid 2, you know? I'm in front of the disposal facility. Okay, I think we just have to sneak in for this part. I'm skipping all the story. If you're really interested in the story, well, I was going to say you can go check out my earlier videos where we played this, but I don't even think I paid attention to the story in that one. Really, you know, going in and playing this game for 45 minutes is like you're not really going to do justice to the game. So for us, we're just, you know what, we're reminiscing about some Metal Gear Solid while we sort of casually play through the first little bit. It would be kind of interesting one day to come back and like really try and play this game start to finish without a guide or anything. But I feel like honestly I'd probably get stuck at parts because I don't know if I remember everything.
Best chance to slip in unnoticed.
One of the most memorable bosses, I talked about this years ago when I played this on PlayStation 1 for the channel, is of course Psycho Mantis. He's so cool. Breaks the fourth wall, reads your save game files and talks about them. Can't be hit if you use the player 1 controller, but if you use the player 2 controller, he can't read your thoughts. Very cool fourth wall breaking stuff you rarely see in video games. The only thing that comes to mind that's similar are the Scarecrow levels in the very first Batman Arkham Asylum, because in that game, the way the Scarecrow levels start is the game glitches out and then it looks like it's got a disk read error and the whole game reboots. And I remember when I first encountered that in the game, I was like, oh, are you serious? I was like, oh, crap, the game crashed. I can't believe that. And then you realize that it didn't crash at all, and, like, the intro isn't right. It's like Joker's taking Batman to the asylum, and then you're like, whoa, what's happening? Then you realize it's, like, a Scarecrow hallucination. And he broke the fourth wall to do it. I feel like Arkham Asylum totally is Metal Gear Solid, just with a Batman theme. It's like you're stuck on an island, a bunch of criminals have taken over, there's different bosses that have like super weapons they're guarding. It's like right out of Metal Gear Solid. And you even talk to like friendlies on the radio and stuff. And I say that not to disparage Arkham Asylum. It's probably one of my favorite games ever. But it's interesting how I always loved this game, and it sort of got remade as a Batman game unofficially. It's like a spiritual remake or something. I don't even know what you'd call it. But Arkham Asylum is truly amazing, and it always reminded me of this. And you know what? I've never seen anyone really talk about it. Maybe people do talk about it, but I've never seen like in Polygon articles or whatever, you know, like I've never seen a BuzzFeed thing. It's like, you know, 10 things that Arkham Asylum stole right from Metal Gear Solid. And again, I say stole not because I think Arkham Asylum is a bad game or they ripped this off or anything. I feel like it's honestly like homage almost. And Arkham Asylum certainly has enough unique elements that it's like, it's in the spirit of Metal Gear Solid, but I definitely wouldn't call it like just a straight theft. Like there's so many differences, but it captures the idea of being trapped on this island in like an enclosed fortress that you have to sort of get through. And it's very stealth focused, and yeah, it's, I don't know, both this game and Arkham Asylum are true masterpieces in my mind. Anyway, I think we're supposed to like get into the building or something. But I'm going to sneak past some surveillance cameras first and steal some stuff. Oh, I remember this. I think you have to use a chaff grenade to get through that part. Okay, I don't know if we'll do it or not. Okay, that guard over there is sleeping. Can we... Oh, God. Nope. Okay, we got the chaff grenades. Guys appear to be shooting at me, though. Oh, God, don't do a ninja kick in front of them. They're beating me up. Oh, God, took a bullet to the back on that one. Oh, God, run down the stairs. Okay. See, now Batman could grapple his way out of this situation, but I definitely cannot. One of the limitations of being just a secret agent. Oh, God, they still see me. Oh, God, I'm about to die. Oh, God. Don't ninja kick in front of him. Okay. We get to try this again. You see how this works. You utterly fail, and then you just get another shot. I love the game over. Even the game over screen in this game is iconic. It's an effing meme, you know? Like, snake, snake, snake! Doot, 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 doot. So great. Okay, in order to get those chaff grenades, I'm going to try going up this way over here. Oh, God, and there's a guy right there. These guys have the worst vision. Is somebody there standing like right in front of me? Right in front of them. This was the first stealth video game I think I ever played. I can't literally think of another one. Okay, here we go. Wait for the right time. Oh, you kidding me? Okay, screw it. Let's just... How do we open this? Okay, there's nobody in here, guys. I think they're onto it, me. Oh no, beat them up! Oh, they beat me up. Okay. Is there anyone in here? Hey, let's see if they're smart enough to figure out where I went. Evasion. Let's hang out in here for a little bit. Now I feel like playing Arkham Asylum again, too. It's a good game. Alright, condition normal. How do I... Is there a way to, like, look out this window? No. Where do those guys even go? Are they still passed out right in front of me? It's gonna be awkward when I step out of the locker and they're all there. Hello? Jeez, it takes a long time for the radar to go back to normal. I forgot. Just biding our time. Well, they're definitely not looking for me in this locker. They've given up. That's for sure. So you have to use the chaff.
Stay alert.
Oh, they just woke up? Oh my god, our radar got reset. Alright, let's just keep on waiting. So we had to get the chaff grenade. What you're supposed to do is get the chaff grenade without being detected. Throw it in here to like stun the camera. Come get the stun grenades. And now you have stun grenades. I feel like we did all this work. In fact, I'm just gonna get out of the locker, frankly. If they see me, they see me. I feel like we did all this work for like no payoff. We didn't even get the chaff grenades. Okay, we might as well do this. Let's see. Let's go with stun grenades. And how do we throw these babies? Okay, I'm just gonna run for it and get caught so I can grab these chaff grenades. Now, oh, where are they even coming from? That thing did not explode. Okay, it did explode. And we are out. I even got the grenade in my hand as I crawl. Sloppy? Yes. Could you do that section way slicker? You 100% could. But we're in. Oh, there's rats. Rats have been alerted to your presence.
Snake.
They dash in fear.
Miller. It's been a long time.
McConnell Miller. Master, what are you doing here? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing that, by the way. I press one button and it goes brrr through all the text. I think in the GameCube edition of this, they were like trying to specifically cater to the people who wanted to skip stuff. Well, that water hurt me a bit. I have rations, right? I totally do. Excuse me, rats. I mean you no harm. You guys might want to run farther instead of just continually dashing a little away from me. Keep going this way. Okay, finally we're clear of the rats. Push A button. I don't know what the A button is. Oh, start plus A. Oh, there we go.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should.
Ah. Alright, use the elevator to change floors. Oh god. Well, there's a grenade. Totally passed him out. Oh god, no! Not again! Why do I keep getting caught? Oh, I was going to beat him up, but it didn't work. If I run up the stairs, will he see me? Yeah, oh, security camera noticed me. I need, security card. Alright, I'm the worst secret agent ever. Oh, I got a book, though. Oh, God. Alright, whatever. Oh, I got a gun. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna let myself get killed here, or am I? So we can check out what's in here. Nothing. Oh, another chaff grenade. Alright, well, we're about to die. That's fine. We'll redo this room. The nice thing with this game is it gives you unlimited chances. There's only one part in the game where it's permadeath, and it's during a torture scene. This game has so many unique moments. There's like a torture scene, and oh, I have rations. Oh, I just got beat up. Do I really want to waste those rations? I guess I'm wasting the rations. There's a torture scene, and it's like you have to press a button to keep your health up, and if you don't press it fast enough, your health goes down. And if you die, it's game over forever. But at any time, you can basically press start or select or whatever it is to like give up. And then what happens is you get to live, but one of your companions who is captured gets killed instead. So it's like, do you sacrifice her life for yourself? And if you're strong enough, then you don't have to. There we go. But if you're not, then you know, you can sacrifice her, or you can permadeath. You can totally lose, which is kind of crazy.
To call the elevator.
Okay, he's telling me how to use an elevator. I'm a secret agent. I think I know what's going on. I think I'm going to let myself die here because we totally did lose a ration. SOCOM bullets. Okay, we're going to do this part right.
Enemy intruder sighted.
Take me down, man. You can be better than that. You're not even hitting me. So I guess the Twin Snakes upgrade here. So it's like a remastering of the original as far as I know, which means basically like better graphics, probably like updated cutscenes and stuff. As far as I know, there is no significant gameplay enhancement, but I'm kind of curious if that's true or not. Snake! It's funny. Oh, okay, come on, seriously? The guy was standing right there. I mean, it's my own fault for not looking, I guess. Alright, take me down again. I deserve it. Snake is really into like S&M and punishment. He's like, I've been bad. Uh-oh. You're gonna have to beat me up. Only it's like really hardcore S&M. It's like you're gonna have to riddle me with bullets until I'm dead.
What's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Snake! Nothing beats the iconic Snake. Snake! Snake! Like that is the one, man. Alright, just don't look down, buddy. I guess I look like a grate from a certain angle. Alright. Okay, let's try and do this right. Stop calling me. Oh my god. Just dropped a grenade.
Use the up.
Yeah, thanks for the hot tip. Oh god. Oh my god. Didn't even mean to throw that grenade. Are you serious? Let's have a cigarette. Look, he's got a cigarette in his mouth. Reload! Beat him up! I'm not even defending myself, man. It's just embarrassing. Alright. Killed from guns to the gut. Okay, one more shot here. I have an idea. There's a second disc. I kind of want to look at what's on that, actually. So if we die again, stupidly. Okay, first of all, get rid of this stupid stun grenade. Didn't stun them. It more like alerted them to my presence. And I died a horrible death. Okay, and no more phone calls. My phone's on mute, sir. Oh my god. Alright, whatever. Whatever, we're doing it. Knock him out. Only took a little damage. It's probably fine. I think there's a SOCOM or something in here. Are you serious? I'm hiding behind a box. You saw that? Stupid camera. Ugh, another one? Okay, we got a chaff grenade. All right, here's our SOCOM. How did I can't? I was so far away. It didn't see me when I was close, only when I ran far away. These guys are still knocked out. Wow, that is like a long knockout, man.
Was there a noise just now, huh?
All right, we killed a guy. Step gently over his body. Grab some bullets. How do you reload? I know how to use a door, buddy. I don't know how to reload. Doesn't matter. Alright. Pressing a button here. Somebody's entered the elevator, but frankly, it's not our problem. Let's go to basement 1. Alright, we finally... Oh, man. I'm definitely rusty on this. If I ever did go back one day to replay this game, I'd be so rusty.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA.
The DARPA chief. Or is it? Spoilers, it is not the DARPA chief. There's more going on than meets the eye. Stop calling me, man. Every 2 seconds. I like how they handled the calls and the dialogue in Arkham Asylum, because it's sort of like it just happens in the background while you're playing the game. Like, that's a way to do it, rather than like interrupting the gameplay. Like, if I was hearing the dialogue now while I'm walking around, totally fine, you know? I guess I'd still be talking over it, so you guys wouldn't be able to hear it, and I wouldn't be paying attention, so it's not really doing anything, but still. That's the guy we're after.
Damn cold. I hate Alaska.
Oh, no, wait. We're watching a guy pee. That's a soldier.
Boy, oh boy. That woman is built all right.
Woman? This is a female prisoner. What's this over here? Bullets. Get the M9 first. Okay. Can we, there's no way to look down, eh? Nothing down there of interest, eh? Alright. So here's the other path. I think crawling through an air duct would actually be a pretty noisy thing. In movies, it's always portrayed as stealthy, but it's like... Air ducts generally... I don't even think they have the capacity to normally hold human weight, so it's like it'd be a huge strain on them. They'd be like bending and creaking as you go. No? Maybe not. I don't know. I've actually never been in an air duct, if you can believe it. It's on my bucket list.
A woman. Not him.
Not stealthy at all. Ah, but she wasn't looking. That is Meryl. We will come to know her. Eventually. I mean, we're not going to play that long, but if you do play the game, you get to know her. And here's the DARPA chief. Or is it? Hello, Chief. Well, that's a badass way of getting out of a vent. Very acrobatic.
Who's that?
I think, like,
I'm here to see
you know, we played this a lot. The
Anderson,
PS1
right?
version that I did play on the channel, I think it was a two-parter. We got fairly far, I think. This version, obviously, we're not going to go too far today. In fact, I don't know how much farther we're going to go.
I'm the pawn.
Although I do want to check out that second
Save your
disc. But
worthless butt.
one thing we can comment on is the actual visual upgrade. And I feel like the graphics are noticeably enhanced. It's more like PS2 era graphics, which tracks for the GameCube. It was sort of PS2 era in terms of its
Slow down,
capabilities.
don't worry.
But yeah, if you go back and play the original PS1 version of this, the graphics are a lot rougher. And even these graphics, like, they definitely look older, you know, like by today's standards,
Terrorists are threatening
it's
the
not
White
great,
House. They
but
say if they don't accede to
it's
their
also not
demands, they'll
terrible.
launch a nuclear weapon.
I don't know, I'm kind of torn. I'm like, do I like these graphics better, or the like think of PS1, like they're very blocky, you know? But it's almost like pixel art in the sense of, like, there's something charming when it's that bad. Here it's like almost good,
Is it
but then it just
possible?
makes you wish it was good, you know, like makes you wish it was even better.
It's possible.
So I don't know which one I like better or not.
Could launch a nuke.
Certainly having a visual upgrade to an older game is fun, though, one way or the other. All right, let's just skip this part. Long story short, he has a heart attack and died.
Can't be.
Metal Gear. There it is, the namesake.
Metal Gear is one of
A
the
big
most
giant
black
mech.
magics. How did you know that?
Pretty cool. The Japanese, it's always a mech in Japan. It's like Robotech, Battletech, Metal Gear.
Why else would I come to a god?
It's always a mech. Although Battletech obviously was North American
I
invention.
heard that the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary.
I think the thing with Metal Gear in this one, what makes it dangerous, is it has a giant railgun that can fire nuclear weapons without a missile, so there'd be no detection of it, because like when you launch an ICBM, you can track the rocket, and that's how you know the nuclear missile is coming. But with Metal Gear, it's like a giant railgun, so it could literally fire nuclear missiles without any propellant. And then that's what's super dangerous. As I recall, I think that's the gist of why Metal Gear is dangerous in this. Also, I seem to remember when you fight Metal Gear, it feels more like fighting a metal dinosaur than like a mech. Which also tracks for Japan, because they're really into like Godzilla and that kind of stuff. So they like giant... In Japan, they like giant things. Robots, monsters, aliens, superheroes. Their things have to be huge city-stomping things. That is what the Japanese find interesting. Anyway, can we get to the heart attack? Oh, we skipped it. What happened? Blah, blah, blah. He had a heart attack. I won't tell you why in case you do play the game. But there is a fun reason. Anyway, now we're listening to the guards getting beat up by that girl. And then we'll see what happens when we get out of here. One thing I do remember is that Snake identifies Meryl by looking at her butt a lot in this game. Like, you watch her run away a number of times, the camera zooms on her butt. Or, like, one way you can figure out, at one point you have to find her, and she's dressed like a guard, and one way to find her is to look at her butt, and he says something. So, like, there's a lot of, like, butt action in this game, oddly enough. If I'm remembering everything correctly. Maybe it was just me. Maybe there was none, and I was just a 13-year-old boy, like, totally projecting onto... Oh!
Just move.
Speaking of butts...
So you killed the chief.
That wasn't just a butt, that was a butthole. If it wasn't filtered there, if it wasn't censored, we would have seen all the way right in that man.
No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking.
Oh, snap. Oh, double snap. She's trained, man. But not trained well enough.
Careful. I'm no rookie.
Liar. Your eyes wander. There's no confidence in them. The eyes of a rookie.
I like how Solid Snake is like such a hardened soldier.
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the
This is,
seat
you know
off,
what?
rookie.
How did they never make a Metal Gear Solid movie?
You're not
It's
one
actually like a
Mario.
perfect property for a movie
Open that
too, you
door.
know, like because it's so.
got
Why is that guy's
card, don't
butt straight up in the air? Just
So we can
out
get
of
the
curiosity.
hell out of
Be
here.
a little delayed.
What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot!
Shoot him! Shoot 'em all! Let's go. Oh, I don't even have a gun equipped. There we go.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Shoot him! All right, good job, rookie. Ooh, rations. Ooh, ammo. Oh, a boot to the face. Rations. Wow, we're cleaning up here. Anything else? Lots of ammo, 4 rations. Murdered a whole squad of people. Good day. Oh. Get out of here, you punks. All right. I think she just runs off at this stage. She's somehow disturbed about all the murder she just saw. So here's one thing about games like this that have always annoyed me. There's like 6 soldiers lying on the ground, each holding like a submachine gun or assault rifle, and my guy doesn't just pick it up. Butt! I told you! Butt stuff! He's totally into her butt.
Who are you?
Whoa. Who's that guy? That's one of the cooler villains. That's Psycho Mantis. Cooler villains in the game. But anyway, there were like 6 dudes lying there, all with rifles, assault rifles. You can't pick up any of them. You have to wait till you're later in the game, and then like you open a locker or a character gives you a rifle or something. You know, like you get a special rifle later on. But in games like this, it's like you just killed 6 guys. You should have 6 rifles. You know. That was one thing I always liked about Halo is every enemy you killed, it's like their gun was just there for the taking. Like it was very fun like that. But you had to sort of scrounge because you're always running out of ammo in that game. Psycho Mantis, by the way, can I just say he reminds me of the Nazi guy in Hellboy, the very first Hellboy. The like really old Nazi guy with like blades. He didn't have blades for hands, but he might as well have because he used blades really well. But she's just not aiming at all. She's aiming literally around me for some reason. Firing for effect. Also, he did some crazy acrobatics to dodge those bullets. That's like Neo style dodging. Oh, snap. It's a lady. A Liz 80. But yeah, that's Psycho Mantis. I don't know, there's something so cool. He's like in the gas mask, in a trench coat. He's psychic, has all these powers. He's one of the coolest bad guys, I think, in Metal Gear Solid. There's also Sniper Wolf, I remember. She's really annoying to fight, but after you defeat her, she's like lying, bleeding out, and she talks to you. It's really interesting. It's sort of like she knows she's defeated. She knows there's nothing she can do, and she doesn't even try to fight you anymore. She just lies there, and she like tells you about her childhood and why she did what she did. And it's like, so I remember being like really touching and interesting, you know, like here, like a couple minutes ago, we were fighting for our lives in this sniper thing, and I was trying to kill her, and I finally scored the killing shot. Now she's lying, dying, and now the fight is over, and these 2 enemies, me and her, can sit down and talk like old friends. And it was just, I want to say poetic. That sounds cheesy, but yeah, it was almost poetic, that scene. So yeah, another really good scene. I'm trying to think of other really good moments in this game. There are plenty. Okay, I tell you what. Wait, how do I get to the menu? Start an A. Is there a way to quit? I was gonna say, let's put in disc 2 and see what we got. Oh, there's the things. How do you just turn off your console? That's weird. Okay, I've tried literally every button. Nothing does anything. All right, well, let me just try disc 2 here and we'll see what we got. All right, disc 2, taking bets on what it is. I'm betting it's the VR missions. I don't know what else could be on the disc 2. The GameCube played DVDs, but it played mini DVDs. It was really weird. I don't know why they did this. I think it's because Nintendo's obsessed with anti-piracy measures, so they wanted a disc that was difficult to copy, so they made the GameCube play these like mini half discs. Also, Nintendo is like obsessed with proving that they don't need a lot of storage, I think. Like, literally, look at their history. PS1 had, CDs, which are like 650 megabytes of storage. The N64, the competitor, had game cartridges, which admittedly did a little faster off game cartridges, but I think the guys at Naughty Dog who developed like, real-time dynamic caching of games showed that you can get, as long as you're just pulling a little bit of data off a CD at a time, you can use all that storage for a game without a crazy long load time. But anyway, the N64 cartridge is like 4 megabits or whatever it was, megabytes. By comparison, it's like a fraction, right? And then we go into GameCube, PS2 era. Now we're on to DVDs and mini DVDs. And then we go into PS3 era, and it's like, these HD 47 gig DVDs. And the Wii, which is, not only did they underpower the media, now the hardware's it's like, Nintendo's thing is like, whatever you're doing, we're going to make something that's half as powerful with a quarter of the speed. And we're going to clean up, because one thing you can't say about Nintendo is that they have failed. Even the Wii U, I guess, was technically a failure, but it wasn't even that much of a failure, I'll grant you. I guess it failed in the sense of it wasn't a wide-selling console and stuff like that, but there were still some good games on it. It just didn't get, the attention that Nintendo wanted. There's really nothing on... What is the point of having a second disc? Did I load disc 1 by mistake? Wait, what is this? What did I just put on? Eject. I don't even know what that was. This is really cool effects, though. Okay, I just want to exit. Okay, hold on. I'm just double checking I didn't accidentally load the wrong disc here. Okay, this time I 100% put in disc 2. Now we will see. It is confusing if you can run the game off disc 1 and disc 2. What is the point? What is the point? Are there any modern games that come on multi-discs? I remember like Baldur's Gate came on like 11 CDs or something crazy. Disc swapping is a thing that we used to do. I feel like I'm pretty sure the Switch and the PS5, most games are all digital now, but is there any modern game that has disc switching where you have 2 discs? I didn't even save. I didn't even know how to save, man. I just turned off my console and hoped for the best. Well, so if you just select a new game, it's just going to play right off disc 2, eh? Just disc 1 isn't even needed. They sell you 2 discs. They're basically carbon copies of each other, as it turns out. Maybe. I don't 100% understand what the second disc does. Anyway, this has been Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes on the GameCube. Oh my god, there was an M9 just lying there the whole time? Wait a sec. Wow, I never took that gun. We started the game, I didn't even take a gun. Had it the whole time. Oh well, it's not that important. This is one of the games in the book, 1,001 Video Games Just Play Before You Die. I 150% 100% agree. If you have not played Metal Gear Solid, you definitely should. Oh, now we can like trank them. That's fun. It doesn't get old. This is a great game. It truly is. I know I've spoiled some of the story elements, but frankly, just forget what I said. Also, there's so many more things going on. Also, some of the things I said, if you haven't played it, probably are just kind of cryptic and you don't really understand what I'm talking about. Go play this game. Play it on GameCube. Play it on PlayStation 1. It doesn't matter. Whichever version you play, they're both amazing. I think they're pretty similar, but they're both good. Even the VR missions are fun. And there's some really cool ninja missions, secret ninja missions attached to the VR missions as well. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid, I think it is one of the greatest games ever made. I don't really mind that it's in the book twice, although I will say, if I were writing the book, I would only put it in once. I think I would have put in the PlayStation... Here, let's vote down below. Here's the question for the day. If you were going to put in Metal Gear Solid... into 1,001 video games just play before you die list, as it should be, which version would you put in? The original PlayStation 1 or the GameCube? Here's my argument. I would put in the PS1 version because, A, the PS1 version was the original version. It's cool that it got a re-release on GameCube, especially for people who didn't play the original at the time. Now they could play it on GameCube. You do have to use this other disc. Okay, so you do have to swap discs. So it's cool that it got a re-release on GameCube. I'm all for it. It's cool that it got a bit of an upgrade, and certainly if you like the upgraded look, go for it. It could be your favorite version. But I think the original is the one that should be in the 1001 book because I don't think the graphics in this one are so different from the PS1 version that suddenly this is playable, but the PS1 wasn't. I think both graphics don't hold up today, and so a kid growing up today is going to look at both of them and they're going to look kind of crappy. So you might as well go for the OG one where it's like so crappy it's almost quaint. But also it's like, if we're just thinking about influence, the first game was the one that came out that got everyone really hooked, and really like made its name. This one came as a result of the success of the PlayStation 1 version. You see what I'm saying? This one wouldn't exist if the PlayStation 1 version wasn't a wild success. So I think the original one is the one that should be in the book for sure. It is one of the greatest games of all time, and I think it holds up well enough that you don't even need a remaster in there. That said, again, I'm not, poo-pooing the remaster here. I like that it exists, and if this is your preferred version, that's great. But I think sort of for the historical perspective, the original belongs in. This one could be left out. That's my case. That's my argument. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How wrong am I on a scale from 1 to 10? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. As always, thank you for checking out today's video. I hope you had fun. And I hope you also have awesome memories of Metal Gear Solid. I hope you will share them down below. And other than that, I hope to catch you in the next one. Until next time, my friends, you all stay frosty. Continue taking care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Peace.